Rest, that four-letter word for so many of us. I don't know about you, but I am not good at it. And I think the Lord has really been working on me to discover why we're called to rest. So, welcome. This is my 141 life based on Proverbs 14:1 that a wise woman builds her house. But wow, times I am just foolish. I don't know about you, but today let's talk about rest. Um, Rest, I did on Bible Gateway, I put in the word rest and it came up 508 times. That's a lot that God talks about rest. Many months ago, back in October, I don't even know, I hurt everything, you know, and I've been to specialists and everything, and no one can tell me exactly what's wrong with it. And that they just keep thinking it should be okay. And it's not. It's getting there, but it is not in my time frame because I think it should be all good, all better. I'm fine. I'm strong. And yet, through this whole thing, I have so discovered that um, I don't need to keep going. When this tells me it's all done, guess what? I'm supposed to rest. And Saturday, I didn't listen. I didn't listen very good at all. I was on a mission. I'm spraying our yard for fleas, ticks, mosquitoes. I hate those things. And it's hooks onto a hose and you walk and you spray. But here's the thing, I got a lot of hose behind me and I'm pulling it. And you think, well, it's not so heavy, but I thought it's brilliant. I've got this brand new 100 footer. I'm going to add that to my line of hose. Well, hose isn't super heavy when it's empty, but when you fill it with water, and I'm dragging it. Okay, I'm left-handed, so I'm trying to switch. And my husband is seeing me on the struggle bus because do I ask for help? No. No. And he comes out and goes, I'm just going to drag your hose for you. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. And we were um, about halfway done. And I'm like, wow, this was just sore and twinging. And I had to go, okay, why do I think I have to muscle my way through this? It's telling me that it needs a break. It's screaming to me that I need a break. So I looked at him and said, I'm all done. And he's like, thank you. You should have been all done back there. Yeah, he's right. Because I paid for it. I paid for it. I paid for it. So I told him, I said, that's okay. I'll just finish later. I'll finish tomorrow. I'll just finish. So Sunday after church, like, my hand, my arm, whatever, still needs to rest. And yet that Wonder Woman mentality that goes in my brain that look at it, I just got to muscle my way through. I got to push my way through this. I'll be fine. I can do this. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Wow. I need to write that down because that's brilliant. So here's the thing. I'm not good at resting. So not good. I woke up yesterday morning. I come downstairs, pour myself a cup of hot tea because that's how I start my day. I pick up my Bible and I can't hardly even keep my eyes open. I'm like, why am I so tired? And I just kept going when everything in me screamed just to go back to bed. And that is not what I do. Okay. No. I'm up. I'm going. It's just going to happen. So I get dressed. I'm like, Lord, I am exhausted. And I had an appointment for later on this afternoon. And I'm like, she confirmed. I'm like, yes, I'm just going to muscle my way through it. I'll be fine. I'm woman, hear me roar kind of thing. And I wasn't fine. I really just did not feel great. I kind of felt like I'd gotten a hold of some gluten or something. And any of you who are gluten intolerant, you know that everything about me just was like, girl, you just need to stop. So I did. And then I sat there and a friend of mine called and I'm like, I feel so guilty that I'm doing nothing. Because in Proverbs basically says, if you're lazy, you ain't gonna have nothing. I'm like, oh, I'm being so lazy. But here it is. I was like, Lord, I'm being so lazy. And yet in Matthew 11:28, Jesus says, come to me, all of you who are burdened and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. I was like, yeah, Lord, yeah, but I don't, that's for somebody else. Okay, that's not for me. But it is for me and it's for you. We have to go, okay, because everything my body was telling me in my arm, in my physical, in everything was screaming, girl, you just need to rest. So I did. I spent the majority of my day in my recliner with the blanket, sleeping and sleeping. I'm like, what is wrong with me? And I was beating myself up so badly. Like somehow I was less than because I was admitting that everything in me was screaming, I need to rest. So I did. I rested. I was like, oh, I can read. I can write because I got projects I'm working on, right? Let's make this time productive. And it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And again, I was talking to a friend later and I'm like, I'm getting nothing done. Nothing. No laundry, no vacuuming, no dishes, nothing. Nothing. And I was like, Lord, but there's things I need to be doing. And I sat there and napping and napping and napping. And here's the thing, rest is good for us. God declared a rest for himself, didn't he? And we are created in his image. He set the standard for us. It's like, girl, you work, but you got to rest. You work and you got to rest. Because rest rejuvenates. Rest allows us to restore things within us. Now, today I feel great. I mean, I gave up last night. I'm like, I'm just going to go to bed. And I did. And I got all ready and climbed to bed and I went, I'm wide awake. Wow. Well, I've done a sleep all day. Of course I'm wide awake. And I was like, Lord, well, maybe I should get up. And then the next thing I knew, I was like, gosh, I wonder what time it is. How long have I been here? It was 2:00. Obviously, I fell back asleep, right? I was like, oh. I'm like, well, how come my husband isn't in bed? He was right next to me. And I was clueless. So I was like, wow. I'm like, all right. I'm rather awake. It's 2:00. Okay. So I'm laying there and I'm just the song, How Great Is Our God, is just playing through my mind. And next thing I know, it was 4:00. By 4:30, I'm like, all right, Lord, I am wide awake. What do you want me to do? Am I still to rest? Because my alarm goes off in half an hour. Or can I get up and just begin to go in my Bible? So I did. I was up at 4:30. And my body feels amazing. Mentally, I feel so much clearer. So much clearer on what I'm working on. It just rest. Rest is not it is a 4-letter word, but it is not a 4-letter word. We need to rest in him. In Isaiah 63:14, it says, the Spirit of the Lord gave them rest. We need to rest. Jesus calls us to come to him, all who are burdened and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. What I didn't realize up until yesterday when I was needing rest, that I was feeling very burdened and heavy laden because I wasn't laying things down. I wasn't going, Lord, this is yours. No, I was like, I'm Wonder Woman, man. I can carry all this stuff. And we're not called to carry it. We're called to turn it over. So my hand and my wrist feel better today. I am not going to go spray my yard. Not today. I'm not going to do it. I am going to play with my 2 grandkids. And I have, if you can see back here, I have my incubator and I got baby chicks hatching. You can probably hear my dogs are barking, but you know, that is my 1-for-1 life. Because rest, we need to rest. Ladies, you don't have to be Wonder Woman. You don't have to be super mom. You don't have to be all these things. What you need is to rest at times, because it's in the rest, it's in the quiet that the Lord comes in and restores. I hope this helps you. I know that we are all called to rest. So take a moment, take a day, take an hour to rest. Rest is vital to our body, to our mind, and oh, so to our spirit. Again, my name is Kate. I have a private group on Facebook. I welcome you to come join us. It's called My 1-for-1 Life. So hop on over. We do all kinds of good things there. We have devotions that are coming. We have a series that we're doing called Chasing Perfection. So come join us. Again, it's on Facebook, My 1-for-1 Life. We would love to see you there. Take care. And if this speaks to you, hey, share it with other women, because I know I cannot be the only woman who is so not good at resting and actually kind of thinks the word rest is a 4-letter word.